Chembur, the queen of eastern suburbs and probably the greenest of all. I found it to be a well-developed residential location with excellent connectivity. It may be hard to believe, but Chembur was once a flourishing harbour of which we don't have much traces now due to the reclamation, and at that time it was possibly known as Chemula. The current name Chembur comes from the Marathi word chimburi, which basically means a large crab. Maybe because it was infested with giant crabs at some point in time. Well, today it's not, and it's a pretty good place to spend a day. So you ask, how did I spend my day here? Well, first we went to Chembur camp, where we have some amazing places to eat. First stop was Irani, where I had dal pav, something unique. Irani is basically a thela which serves 3 types of dal with pav. As the name suggests, the dal is put in between the pav and served hot. As a guy who always had vada between his pav, this feels quite different. The taste is good. Then we went to Vig Refreshments, where we had the popular Sindhi breakfast dish Dal Pakwan, one of the tastiest I had in Mumbai. Vig is more than 55 years old and is run by the 3rd generation of the Arora family. It's slightly towards the costly side, but the taste is definitely worth it. From there we went to the 3rd eatery called the Sainath Dhaba or Sainath Kulcha, which is one of the most famous and oldest kulcha stop in Chembur. Here we had the aloo cheese kulcha, which costs 80 rupees, and the taste is more than worth it. It felt like an Indian pizza to me. Just beside Sainath is Hardev Kripa, which I've heard also serves some delicious kulchas, but unfortunately it was just setting up when we went there. This is bang opposite the Bada Ganpati Mandir, where Chembur ka Raja sits. See, I had come all the way from Kalyan in the morning, so bhook to lag rahi thi. Hence we started off with food, okay? Ab khaya hua pachane ke liye we walked to the Bombay Presidency Golf Club. Obviously, we couldn't enter the club, but we spotted a golfer on the way. From there, we walked to Cubic Mall. It looks a little different than other malls and has a multiplex inside. A good place to shop and eat. We then took a rig to pay a visit to the great RK Studios. On the way, we waved to the Chembur Social. Fun fact, Godrej has taken over the studios and you can soon see a residential building here. That's RK Lakshman's common man. Next stop was a famed diamond garden, officially known as Narayan Gajanan Acharya Udyan. It's called Diamond Garden because it's shaped like a diamond. I found this garden to be really beautiful and big. There is an open gym, play area for kids, benches to sit, and it also has a butterfly bench, maybe to take a selfie. This is the statue of Narayan Gajanan Acharya, a freedom fighter and a Gandhian. He was a great soul and an important person in the history of Chembur. Then we saw the K-Star Mall from far, like really far. Saw the Sri Sringeri Shankar Mat Sharda temple, passed by the Mervans, saw a wall full of graffiti and also saw the old and beautiful Goan homes in Chembur. Finally, we reached Olps Church, which is a short for Our Lady of Perpetual Supper Church. It's a famous church here in Chembur, and behind this we have 2 famous schools of Chembur. The Olps School, where Anil Kapoor is an alumni, and Anthony School, where Vidya Balan and Shilpa Shetty studied. We then made our way to the famous Vada Pav near the post office called Nandu Vada Pav or Auntie Vada Pav. By the way, this is Sandhu Garden. Unfortunately, the Vada Pav place near the post office was closed. So we left for Geeta Bhavan, which is famous for its South Indian food, and this is Ambedkar Garden. Once we reached Geeta Bhavan, we came to know that shooting is not allowed, so couldn't take any videos. We quietly enjoyed a Mysore Sada dosha here, which was really tasty and cost us, I guess, 70-80 rupees. Then, like enthusiastic tourists, we went to the Chembur Monorail station to obviously take a monorail ride. But before that, we visited a very old temple complex in Chembur, bang opposite to fine arts, called the Bhulingeshwar Devalai, which dates back to the 18th century. The complex has 4 temples, namely Bhulingeshwar Mandir, Ram Mandir, Sitla Devi Mandir and Vitthal Rakhumai Mandir. And that's the monorail station above. Then we entered the station to finally take our monorail ride. We got down at camp and went to Mumbai Farsan to enjoy the unique Vada Pav here, which is also called as Tikki Pav. The chutney inside is made of chura left from the bhaji, which I found to be delicious. Definitely a must try. To end the day on a sweet note, we headed to Jhama Sweets to have the famous Gulab Jamun. The shop is more than 70 years old and was started by Jhama Lulla when he came here during the partition. Let me say the hype around the Gulab Jamun is really true. It's tasty. So that was my day in Chembur. See you in another part of Mumbai in another video. Till then, keep calm and subscribe. Bye.